everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of the EarthtonesGirl podcast. My name is Denise, and I'm coming to you today from my home in Yonkers, New York, where I live with my husband and our two children, Kira and CJ. You can find me on all of the social medias as EarthtonesGirl. I am most active on Instagram. I'm also on Ravelry. The podcast has an email address, which is earthtonesgirl@gmail.com. And we have a growing Ravelry group. I'm very excited about that. And that's the EarthtonesGirl podcast group. So that's my opening thing. I am so happy to be back. Wednesday was 2 weeks, so today's Friday, the 14th, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm very, very excited to be back here. To returning viewers, welcome back. I am so happy that you are here with me today. And to any new viewers, welcome. The biggest, warmest welcome to you. I hope that you enjoy the episode. I hope you enjoy the podcast. If you do, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. Leave a comment for me down below because I love hearing from everybody. And yeah, I'm here. Oh my gosh, yay. So much has happened in 2 weeks. We are now back to school. And I don't mean that because I want the kids to go. Definitely not. It's the return to routine. That's what I crave, and that is what we now have back. We know exactly when wake up time is in the morning, exact breakfast, get in the car, get to school, what time we're coming home. It's homework time, play time, dinner time, bath time, bedtime. And I know that sounds very regimented to some people, but I just think the structure works. It works for me, especially mentally. It really, really works for me. I need that. If not, I get scattered and feel a little anxious sometimes. So that's a good thing. And the kids need structure. I personally think my children do. Some children don't, but they both thrive in the structure. Kira's settling back in. CJ is in a new routine with preschool or with pre-K, and it's just good. It's really good. He's going 3 mornings a week and 2 long full days. So he is in a full day today, which is why I'm able to podcast. So I think going forward, I'm probably going to be podcasting on a Thursday or Friday, because I do have this now very nice big block of time. So that's really, really great. And Kira's settling in. She's doing great. Brand new teacher. There've been a lot of changes at her school. We had a big meet the teachers welcome back night last night, and the changes are wonderful. I mean, everybody was just on such a high from the meeting. It was just good. So there were a lot of question marks when the school year ended last year. So I'm very happy. She's really happy. And when things are happy in your home, you can flourish, you can think, you can create. So I am creating and I'm knitting. I only have 2 FOs this episode, and they're tiny. They're little mini socks, but I'll show you those in a bit. So I think just the first, I've been knitting, but sporadically and not very much at a time. So it's just getting, again, the focus right now is getting the kids back into school. And my husband Chris also had to have eye surgery, and he's okay. He had a cataract removed from his left eye. It was kind of a big deal because it was big and there was some stuff involved, but he's fine now. He's on the mend and it's good. That was a big thing hanging over us all summer, and it's now done, and we're really happy. We're really relieved that that's over and he can see again. That's a good thing. Yay! My darling husband can see again. I felt so bad watching him struggle for the last few months, but it's good. It's really, really good. So as always, I'm glancing down at my let me prop them up so I can see them a little quicker. Glancing at my notes and things I want to remember to say. So that is where we are as a family. We're doing really, really great. I like sharing that with you all because I think it just gives a more well-rounded look at me and who I am just as a person, not just as a knitter or maker. And that's the perfect segue into a new segment that I'm going to be introducing this episode. I talked about it in the last episode that I really wanted to do a Q&A segment, an Ask Me Anything segment, and that is going to happen. Yesterday on Instagram, in my Insta story, I put out a call for questions and got so many. It was wonderful. Not too many, but enough, and it was good. So we're going to cover some of those toward the end of the episode. So yeah, it's really good. So today's episode, we are going to cover cals. I have 2 sock cals going on right now, so I'm going to give you some updates on those. We'll look at my 2 little FOs. I've got 2 whips to share with you, 2 works in progress. And we also have another new segment. It's going to be my Fiber Friends segment. I'm not sure if I'm sticking with that name or my Makers segment. I'm not sure. I'll decide. Probably by the time we get to that segment, I'll have an official name for it. Because I'm thinking about this as I'm recording. So, but the point of the segment is to talk about other makers, other podcasters, other crafters on Instagram and what they have going on. I want to talk about other cals that I know that are going on, shop updates. There's a new podcast I want to talk about. So yeah, it's just sharing some love of my fiber friends, and I wanted that to be a really designated segment. I know I kind of throw it in here and there, but I really wanted to focus on that. We're almost at the end of my first year. We're coming up on my first podiversary, my first vlogversary. Say all of that 3 times fast. My first vlogversary was September 1st. So this all started a year ago, September 1st. I just woke up that morning. September is my birthday month. I'm sure I've mentioned that. And I just woke up one morning and said, okay, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. And I'd been so nervous to do it, and I've had not a single regret. It's been such an amazing experience this last year. So I have been, starting this September 1st, I've been vlogging. The goal was to do it daily, but that is just, and that's okay. It's not happening daily, and I've already said that that's okay. The vlogs, if you are interested in checking those out, they are on my Instagram TV channel. So when you are on Instagram, if you are in the profile page, just under the description, just under that on the left side of the screen is a little TV icon, and that has IGTV. So if you click on that, you can see all of the vlogs that I've done so far for September. So you can go and have a look at those. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm happy to be popping in, you know, every other day, every 2 days, and just check in with everybody. I love that IGTV format. I think it's a wonderful way to keep in touch with everybody and let them see what's going on in my world more on a daily basis. And then it fills the space between full podcast episodes. So I'm really happy about that. So go and have a look at those if you're interested. And the other point of the other thing I want to talk about today are my cals. Yay, because I have 2. Rachel of Treehouse Knits was my mentor and co-host for my first cal. That was the summer mitten cal that ended July 31st. And I took about a month off, and I thought, okay, we're jumping in with socks. And that is exactly, excuse me, that's exactly what I've done. I decided to do 2 cals, so let's start talking about those right now. The first one is the Falling Leaves sock cal, and I will put a little picture up here of the little poster that I created for that, and I'm really excited about it. The goal of that cal is to knit 1 full adult size pair of socks, 1 pair per month for 3 months. So the cal is running from September 1st until November 30th, and I couldn't be more excited. I love it so much. We're having so much fun. There is so much chatter in the chatter thread in the Ravelry group. People are excited. It's fun. I'm allowing whips, and I think it's a great way for people to work on the socks that have sort of fallen into hibernation, or if they're new to sock knitting, you know, they have a whole group of people cheering them on. I am the biggest sock cheerleader out there, so it's been a lot of fun. New sock knitters have joined in the group, people that haven't knit socks in ages, and it's been really great. We're having a great time, and there's some beautiful socks in the FO thread already. Today is the 14th, and we already have, I think there's about 6 pairs in there already. Wow. I haven't even finished my September socks yet. I have 2 going right now, and I'll show you those when we get to works in progress. And I've been chatting so much with people online and answering questions and emails and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. I do understand why some people don't have Ravelry groups, because it does take up a lot of time, but I love that interaction. And as I said in an earlier episode, I don't remember which one, but I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm very attached to my children, and with my husband's schedule, it's difficult for me right now to take classes and be gone for days at a time or hours at a time in a day, to go on retreats and things like that. So having these different options, whether it's IGTV, the Ravelry group, the podcast, it's my way of connecting with knitters, connecting with makers, and I can do it at my own pace. I can do it at when time allows, and that's really wonderful. And everybody understands, you know, if it takes me a little while to answer a message, no one right now seems to have a problem with that, and I'm very grateful for everybody's patience and understanding. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So I did want to grab one thing, so I'm going to pause for 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. I wrote down what I wanted to say, but I'm going to say it in a minute. So, yes, so anyway, today it's the 14th, and we are halfway through the first month in this cal. We're talking about the Falling Leaf Sock Cal, and we're halfway through the first month. Oh my gosh, I cannot, this is going to be over before we know it, and it's going to be Christmas trees and snowflakes pretty soon. And I'm so excited. Again, the socks in the FO thread are so beautiful. People are having a great time, and I'm going to try to insert a couple of pictures of some pairs of socks. So I'll put the picture here, and I'll put the, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do it as a separate insert. Yeah, maybe I'll do. So there you have seen some absolutely beautiful pairs of socks, and just amazing. I can't wait till the end of the month to see how many more are added to the FO thread. So that's been really fun. And I wanted to talk about the prize. Woohoo! Because isn't that why we do cals in the first place, is for the prizes? No, I'd like to think it's for the companionship, the camaraderie, but I know it's for the prizes. Okay, let's just be honest. So Legacy Fiber Arts has so generously, there's a little bit of crinkling. This is plastic this time, so not so bad. Legacy Fiber Arts, Sue and Chelsea, mother-daughter team, have so generously donated, a sock set as a prize for the cal, for the September prizes for the Falling Leaf Sock Cal. And oh my gosh, you guys, are you ready for this? Oh my God, it's gorgeous. There it is. Look at that. You know what? Let me put it over here because it blows out a little bit less. Isn't this just incredible? This is Legacy Fiber Arts sock set, and this colorway is Beetlejuice, which is their Halloween colorway. That was the inspiration behind their Halloween colors this year, and oh my God, it's amazing. This is on their steel toes base, which is a 75-25, so 75% merino and 25% nylon. But look, the speckles are just amazing. I mean, I am not one for sort of neon colors, but look at that. How do you not love that? Whether you love it, you gotta love it. It's just beautiful. And this beautiful pink, it's so bright and so stunning. I can't wait to see this knit up. So thank you so much to Sue and Chelsea for donating this. And some lucky knitter is going to get this set, so stay tuned for that. And I also include lots of other little goodies and knickknacks and things like that in my prize package. So I will be showing some of those in the next episode, because there'll be one more before the end of September, another episode. So I'll show you some more goodies that are going to go in the package, but this is the main prize for September for the Falling Leaves sock cal. So thank you so much to Chelsea and Sue for that. So I'm going to slip this back in the bag here. Hang on a second. Put this back in the bag. Get this all neat for you. Yeah, there was too much of a glare. I mean, you can't, there's no way you can see that through the bag. So that is that. And very special for just a second, there is a member of the group. Her name is Leah, and her name on Ravelry is Leah Nikki. Hi, Leah, how are you? And she watches the podcast with her daughter, Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Are you watching? I hope you're watching. Are you sitting there? Can you hear me? So hi, Lydia, and my daughter, Kira. I promised that Kira would have a little message for Leah. So I am going, for Leah and Lydia, so I am going to put that message in right here. Hi, everybody. P.S. We're back really quick. I almost forgot to add that. Thank you so much to all of you that left comments about the pumpkin poppers. I know some of you thought I forgot, but I didn't forget, and I have added the recipe to the description box down below. And here is my girl, Kira. She has a very special message for someone.
So, hi all my fans.
Hi, Miss Leah.
Hi, Miss Leah. And Lydia. So thank you for watching my mom's podcast, and Lydia, I hope to see you in real life really soon. And yeah, I hope you guys love my mom's podcast and continue to watch it. And yeah,
And have a good weekend.
have a good weekend, and maybe I'll see you in Mommy's next podcast. So bye, my fans and Lydia.
Bye, everybody. Thanks again for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that. It wasn't very long, but Kira was very, very excited and really wanted to say hello, and she wants a podcast so badly, you guys. Oh my gosh. She sees Jojo Siwa and all of these other girls that have these podcasts, and they're so young, and I keep saying to her, no, it's not gonna happen, no. Yeah, but Mom, we can make it private. And I'm like, well, what's the point of it being private then if you want people to see what you're working on? She's like, yeah, but then they could subscribe, and you know, I could give them permission. And she's got this all, she's 9 years old, has this all thought out. So she was thrilled to come on and say hello to Lydia today. But no, she cannot have a podcast, no. She can pop in with me every now and then, but she will not have one on her own for quite some time. So yes, that is the Falling Leaves sock cal. Let's talk about the mini sock garland cal. This cal is so much fun. There is so much buzz and excitement over this. I am so happy that people are excited about this. I think they're even more excited about this one than the Falling Leaves cal, because who doesn't want a garland hanging? I still can't do it. Who doesn't want a garland hanging? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, you know what Rachel does? Rachel goes like this. I just remembered. Rachel points to the screen when she's recording, and then she can, oh my God, I just figured it out. Rachel, thank you. I just remembered in this moment that I saw you do that on episode 33 or 32 of your podcast. So I'm paying attention. Thank you so much. You've just saved me from doing this nonsense all the time. such a spaz. So anyway, back to the cowl. Oh, and I'm going to talk about Rachel in just a little bit too, so hang on for that. Cal is going great. Oh my gosh. So I have not, again, I've only gotten two. That brings me right into my FO for this, my two little FOs for this episode. It's going great. The socks are beautiful. There is a knitter. Her name is Celine. Hi, Celine, if you're watching. She's in France. I can't believe that people overseas are watching me. I can't believe that anybody watches me. Period. I have gotten quite a few new subscribers. I'm going to digress for a moment. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers here on YouTube, and thank you all so much. When I started this, if you told me this is where I would be a year from now, I would have, yeah, right. I would have just laughed in your face, but what a journey this has been. So I'm going to announce a little giveaway just here for YouTube subscribers. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But Celine has been such an inspiration in the chatter thread for the mini sock garland cowl. She is doing, these socks are just amazing, and she's doing different patterns in them, and it has become this little, like, almost like test swatches, which I think is so genius. You get to try all of these different patterns. She's done a little mini blueberry waffle sock, and she's done a Hermione everyday sock. They're so cute. I just can't get over how cute they are. I'm so excited. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. The enthusiasm's amazing. It's been absolutely, absolutely amazing. And yeah, so let me show you what I've done. So I still have my original 3. You've seen those already. And you saw this one in the last episode, this little guy, but this one now has friends. This is also what happened to me. I'm knitting along, and I know I'm supposed to be doing here are the original 3 that I did. This is all the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn from their first advent calendar, and I'm going to continue, of course. I absolutely love these, but the colors are so soft and not really pastel. Not pastel, that's the wrong word, but they're very soft colors, very reminiscent of Christmas. And for some reason, because of all of these gorgeous fall yarns up here, I now want to knit these rich fall colored mini socks. So I made these two. These, I love these so, so much. I mean, look at those. Look at the colors in there. This sock is screaming fall to me. Like, this is it. This is fall right here in a sock. Right here. And then there's this beauty, which is saying more Halloween. I mean, oh my gosh. And if you've noticed, there's been a little bit of a change. Let's talk about that for a second. What do you see? What looks different in these little socks? Let's see if I can hold them up like that. The heel is different. This is the drop heel, which is part of the original Legacy Fiber Arts mini sock pattern. But then I decided to try, just out of curiosity, I'm following all the same numbers, same row count, stitch count, everything, but I decided to put in the Fish Lips Kiss heel, just a general short row heel. If you don't have that pattern, you can do any short row heel. And I really like it. I like the effect. And the thing with me, I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not a giant fan of the drop heel anymore. I love the way it looks, but knitting this heel is really fast. And I think right now, aesthetically, they're all equally beautiful. I just need the speed because I really want to get a lot more of these done. So I think there's going to be sort of a little bit of each. There's going to be some short rows, some drop heels, but those are socks. That's the beauty of socks. There's so much diversity in sock knitting that I think there's going to be little bits of everything in there. So here are my, so we've seen that one. So here are my 2 little FOs, and I'm so happy to say that I finally got the tutorial done for this loop, how to create this loop on the sock. The tutorial is up. I put that up, I think Tuesday or Wednesday evening. So that is now available for anybody that has joined the CAL or is considering joining the CAL. There's still plenty of time. I didn't announce the dates. The dates are September 1st to November 30th. So you've got plenty of time. And we are knitting 2 mini socks per week for the next 12 weeks. And at the end, we will have our 24 socks for our garland. And, oh dear, I was going to say something. Yes. So I know a lot of you were interested in the finding out how to do this loop. So the tutorial is up. I think it's only about 11 minutes. So it's pretty quick. I'm going to do a separate video for how to do 2 circular needles with the drop heel. But I decided to wait because I was going to do the drop heel tutorial and the loop tutorial together, and I decided, you know what? I don't want to hold up this. So I did this separately, and I will do the other tutorial probably in another week or so, or 2 weeks or so. So it is up. I will link that video down in the description box down below for you. And I hope that you all find it helpful. It's gotten a good number of views so far, and the comments have been really, really positive. People find it very clear, easy to understand. So I'm really, really happy that I have that now done. Yeah, so let's talk about the prize now for the... Actually, you know what? I was going to do... I think I'm changing my mind as I'm recording this. I was going to do a prize at the very end of the mini sock garland cowl. I was just going to do one big prize at the end. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to decide whether to do one each month, sort of as a motivation, or just keep accumulating the prizes and then just do one big cowl, which might be really nice just to sort of have like a big box to hold on to for full of little goodies for going into the Christmas holiday season. I haven't decided. Let me know what you think. Should I do for the falling leaves cowl? There's definitely going to be a prize each month. But do you think I should also do each month or just at the end for the sock garland cowl? Let me know what you think. But that said, I do want to show you what one of the prizes will be, whether it's at the end of the month or at the end. This is also from Legacy Fiber Arts. Let me tell it. You guys, are you ready? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I ordered one of these for myself, and this one was so generously donated by Chelsea and Sue. Here, I've spread them out for you to see. Oh my God. Look at those. Look at those minis. I think it appropriate to do minis as one of the prizes for the mini sock garland cowl. Huh? Get it? Get that fun? I'm so silly. Anyway, yes, so I think these are gorgeous, and these are also a part of their Halloween collection. This mini set is called Shrunken Heads, also from Beetlejuice, and I just think they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They're not too Halloween-y. They're sort of the perfect blend of autumn and Halloween. Oh, especially this one, and I just love them all. I love them all. This one's really yelling at me right now. It's like, knit me right now. But I absolutely love them. And these are all done on the Snazzy Toes base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, and 5% silver. I think it's a silver stellina that is in here. So absolutely beautiful. Could you imagine these knit up? I mean, I can imagine these as mini socks, but could you imagine these as scrappy socks? Scrappy full-size socks? Oh, be still my heart. Oh my gosh. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine yet, but they're beautiful. So this will be part of, or on its own, a standalone prize for the mini sock garland cowl. I'm not sure yet. And they smell so good. They smell amazing. So thank you, Sue and Chelsea, once again for your incredibly gorgeous yarn and your generosity with your gifts. So thank you with your prize donation. So thank you so, so very much. So there we go. That is everything with the cowls right now. If you have any questions about them, please visit the Ravelry group. Please join the group. Post your questions in the chatter thread. I'd be happy to answer, of course. Or you can leave a question or comment down below. And that would be wonderful. So I'm going to give a quick pause, and then we'll be back with some whips, and we'll keep going. So for my first whip, I want to share with you this I'm just reaching for it here. I have been working on a test knit. I did not finish it. It is, I think, the first time I haven't completed a test knit, and Charlotte is amazing. She is the designer behind Charlotte Stone. She's the designer behind Stone Knits, and she's been so incredibly patient. So thank you, Charlotte, so very much. But this is the test knit, you guys. This is the little Acorn sock, and look at that. Oh my gosh, can you believe this? I am going to put in a little picture here of a before and after that I did. I first cast this on using a variegated yarn for the leaves. These are little maple leaves, and I did a variegated yarn, and it was awful. It was awful. The yarn is beautiful. The yarn is now sitting right there in my yarn bowl, but it didn't work. It was too variegated, and there were light spots, and the light spots were getting lost in the white. It just did not work at all. So I ripped it out, I started again, and so much better. The yarn that I'm using, this is Zen Garden. Wait, hold on. Let me check and see if there's a name on the tag here. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Totally wrong. Zen Garden was the variegated yarn. This is Classic Elite Yarns. This is Yuri is the name of this yarn, and it's a 75/25. And this colorway does not have a name. It is just a number. So it is Classic Elite Yarns, Yuri, and the number is 5085. That is the number of the orange yarn that's being used here. I'll tuck that back in later. And then oops, sorry, it's upside down. And then I'm using my go-to Malabrigo sock, which in the natural colorway for the white, and also Malabrigo sock for the little squirrels and acorns. And as you can see, if I get a little closer, you can see that there's a little slight tone on tone going on with the brown. It looks a lot darker here, but it's actually brown. The name of that colorway is Cordovan. So that is what I'm using for the squirrels and acorns, and I love it. It does have a drop heel, and I'm working on that, but the sock is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So it is still in the test knit phase. I'm not quite sure. I know that she's coming out with the pattern soon, so I will definitely let everybody know. I will post that probably on Instagram when that pattern is out, but here it is. Love it. And I made the suggestion, I hope she goes along with it, I think she will, to do symmetrical squirrels. So the squirrels, so one sock they'll be this way, and the other sock they'll be so the squirrels will be facing each other. So I hopefully will do, and either way, I think it will be absolutely beautiful, even if the squirrels are all going the same way. I think it'll just be absolutely gorgeous. And I chose this dark color because we have a lot of black squirrels, dark brown and black squirrels in our neighborhood. So I thought it would be kind of fun to make the squirrels a little darker. I wanted the contrast to really be bold for this sock. So yes, so this is whip number 1. Let's put that back over there. And whip number 2, where's the ball, is this lovely ball of goodness. Look at that. Oh my God. This is Pumpkin Spice by Mustache Yarn. Holy cow. Can you just look at this. Let me pull back so you can see it. Look at this sock, you guys. These colors are just amazing. It came in the mail the day before the cal started. I was so excited. I cast on, I keep doing this and I keep getting a whiff. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. So this sock is now in progress, and are you ready for the best part? Let's turn this around, shall we? I am doing, of course, my go-to Malabrigo for the heel, but look at my progress keeper. Look at that. Yes, that is a slice of pumpkin pie, y'all. Look at it. Isn't that perfect? Oh my gosh, I wish my camera, well, I'm recording this on my phone, and I really and truly wish that you could see the detail in this. I'll insert a picture for you here, so you can see how absolutely beautiful this is. Oh my gosh, you can see this is a little dollop of whipped cream on there, and you can see like all of the lines in the whipped cream. I mean, you can see the indentations in the crust, like from the pan. Look at that. You would get lines on the bottom of your pie from the pan. I mean, the detail. This progress keeper is from Sucre Miniatures. Absolutely beautiful. I got this last year. I know that she changes and tweaks her progress keepers each year, but I'm almost positive that she still has pumpkin pie. So there you have it. And I really like how the deep contrast too with the heel. That's my little nod to the whipped cream on the pumpkin pie, is how white that is. It's not really white, it's more of a cream, but it looks really white against the rest of the colors here. I mean, oh my God. Love it. And this is a mustache yarn. For those of you that are unfamiliar, they do matching sets. So you get two 50-gram balls that are dyed exactly the same and perfectly matched, so your socks will match. I did a pair of, the first time I used mustache yarn was for a pair of Star Wars socks, the Han socks that I did, and those were a couple of episodes ago. You can find those on my Instagram feed, and I'm in love with this yarn. It is heaven, absolute heaven to knit with. So as soon as I saw this, I had to jump on it. So my other sock will look exactly the same. And what I did, if anyone's interested, what I usually do, how do I know that I'm going to start in the exact same spot? I usually hold, I'll just do a little demo here for you. Let's pretend this is the beginning of the strand. Let's pretend each strand is each ball. I hold them together and count off or measure off how much I'm going to need for the cast on, and then I make the loop. I literally hold them together, make the loop a full slip knot in one, grab the other and make a full slip knot. So they are in the exact same spot. I will then, because I do my socks, actually I just dropped the ball. Because I do my socks one at a time, what I then do is I will hold the loop in place because it's, sorry about that, my battery's running low on my phone. Because what I'll do then is hold the loop and wrap it around the unused ball until I'm ready to cast on. So everything is, I'm starting right in the same place and I don't have to guess when I'm ready to start the second stock. So that is my little sock tip for you this week. So those are my two whips. So let's pause one more time. I'm going to plug in my phone and we're going to do a couple of segments, and yeah, so stay tuned. So I want to now do my Fiber Friends segment and talk about some news among my fellow knitters and makers. So first up is I want to congratulate Joanna, who is, her podcast, she's Opera Jo on Instagram, and her podcast is Stitching the High Notes, and she's about to open her own shop, and so she's going to be selling project bags and, oh my gosh, project bags and cross-stitch bags and everything. So I am so very excited for her. She has, actually, is it in here? I think it's in here. She has already sold pins. Why am I blanking? Where's my pin right now? You know what? Of course I can't find it. I'm digging in the bag and I can't find it right now. But there is a really great picture of her enamel pin on, I'll put a picture of it right here. There is a picture of it on my Instagram feed, and that is currently in her shop. I will put a link to that down below. And she also, I think her shop is opening on September 16th on Sunday. So please go and show her some love and support. And she's also starting a cal, her annual pumpkin cal, with her, and her co-host is, I can't remember, you know, I'll put it all down here, but I know her name is Once Upon a Corgi. So those two lovely ladies are going to be co-hosting the Pumpkin Cal, and that starts tomorrow, I believe, September 15th. So congratulations, Joanna. Good luck with everything. I am going to be joining the Pumpkin Cal this year with this little beauty right here. I think whips are allowed, and I don't have too much knit, so I think I'd still qualify. And maybe I'll even cast on a pair of mittens. We'll see. I haven't done mittens in a little while now, and my hands are itching for color work. So maybe I'll do that too. So on to the next is Kay, who is the Crazy Sock Lady. Hi, Kay. And she just celebrated her second podiversary. Congratulations, Kay. You are absolutely incredible and an inspiration and amazing. And She is having a pattern sale. It's also her birthday. I think it just passed. She's a September baby, just like me. And Joanna is also a September baby. Love it. I love it. All these September babies. And she is having a sale, a pattern sale. So all of her patterns are on sale in her shop on Ravelry. So go on, you can purchase them on Ravelry. So go on over and show her some love. That is, again, Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. She does some amazing sock designs. She really is the sock lady. So go and have a look at her her page on Ravelry, and hopefully you find something there that you really love. I started knitting her On the Hill fingerless mitts, so I haven't really touched those. Maybe I need to get back to that. Oh my god, I need more hours in the day. That is really what I need. So that is Kay. And the next person, I want to just say a congratulations to Rachel, who is Treehouse Knits. She just celebrated her podiversary as well. I believe it's 2 years for her too. So congratulations, Rachel. And in her latest episode, which is episode 33, I know that's up on her YouTube channel right now, she talks about she's going to be attending Rhinebeck for the first time, and we're going to Indie Untangle together, and we're going to be staying together in Kingston. So we were really excited about that, and we've already started talking about our next Cal together. Wait until you hear about that. We are very excited. So there's going to be a lot of brainstorming when we get together. We are finally going to meet in person. So Rachel, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm counting the minutes and seconds. And my last fiber friend that I want to mention is Jade, who is Stitch Mischief. She just started a podcast. I think she's up to 6 or 7 episodes. I have watched them all. I started from came in when she had done episode 4. I went right back and started from episode 1, went all the way through. She's amazing. She's so talented. She homeschools her children. She is a sewer, a quilter, a dyer, a knitter. She's doing it all. And her podcast is such a delight. Her daughter joins her on the podcast sometimes. So again, her name is Jade, and she is Stitch Mischief on Instagram, and that is also the name of her podcast. And I know she has a Ravelry group as well. So please go and show her some love. She's amazing. And that is it for the Fiber Friends segment. It's just a quick segment. Again, just, plugging and shouting out to some really amazing Fiber Friends. And that leads me now into the Ask Me Anything segment. So I am looking at a page and a bit of questions here. I don't want this episode to be too long, so I'm only going to do, how about we do 3, and let's see how long that takes us. We'll start with 3. I got this question twice, and thank you so much to everybody who asked a question. I'm so excited to do this segment. So the first question up, and 2 people asked this question: what's my favorite thing that I've ever knit? And hands down, it has to be my Aran coat by Elizabeth Zimmermann. Yeah, it is that knit. I knit that for, picture's gonna go in right here. And there's a picture, my profile picture on Instagram was me wearing that coat for the longest time. I just recently, yesterday even, actually, I just changed my profile picture, but up until then, what picture was of me wearing the Aran coat, and I knit that for knitting camp in 2007, I believe. Oh my gosh. It is Elizabeth Zimmermann's coat, coat design, and it is big. This coat is huge. It is gigantic. It is so warm. It has this incredible hood, and the entire coat is done in the round. And you steek up the front. It was the first time I had done a steek. That thing has to weigh at least 10 pounds. I kid you not. That coat is heavy. It is very heavy. I loved every minute of it. And one of my proudest moments as a knitter was when Meg Swanson, who sits up at a little dais, I think that's what you call it, sort of her head table in the room. The room is set up in a horseshoe when you go to camp. And So wait, I'm actually answering Rachel's question too, because Rachel of Treehouse Knits wanted to know, tell us what knitting camp is like. I've always wanted to go. So I'm going to answer that question in conjunction with my favorite knit. And camp is basically 3 to 4 days of amazing knitters in a room, in a hotel, all together knitting, with Meg Swanson running the show and teaching us the ins and the outs and the minutia, the how to make left leaning and right leaning cables match perfectly. And there's about 300 ways to do that. It's an amazing experience. I know Meg is getting a little older. Hopefully, I've been to camp 3 times. Hopefully she does it for at least another couple of years. I really hope so that some more of you can attend, because Meg is, if you looked up the word gracious in the dictionary, there would be a picture of Meg with her hands perfectly folded and smiling. she's an incredible lady, and one of the best knitters in the world. And she took over knitting camp, I believe, in the 90s from her mother, Elizabeth Zimmermann, who passed away. So if you get a chance to go to knitting camp, it's amazing. But the room is basically set up in a horseshoe with Meg sitting at the front. And Amy Denchant is one of her assistants, and she had Joyce Williams for a while, but Joyce passed away a few years ago, and that was pretty heartbreaking for me because I love Joyce so much. But she came down, Meg came down from the head table, and every day there's a segment in the every day where it's like show your knits, and you get to show off things that you've made. And she's very gracious and very amazing, and questions and everything from the table, but she actually came down from the table and examined the coat while I was wearing it. Okay, I could have died after that. I mean, just to be standing near her was enough, and she's complimenting the coat, and I was okay, thank you, Meg. I mean, I don't even think I could speak for the rest of the day. I'm actually, if you could see, I'm getting a little pink in the cheeks right now. So that is my absolute all-time favorite knit. I love it. I loved camp. It's an incredible experience, and I'll talk about camp a little bit more another time, but that was a basic overview of knitting camp. You arrive on day 1, and it's knitting, and it's breakfast together, lunch together, knitting, and there are fried pickles and cheese because you're in Wisconsin, and amazing. So it's beer and fried pickles and cheese. That is what we eat for 3 to 4 days straight. Amazing. And Meg's sister Loie has a restaurant, I think it's the Kitchen Table, that is a few blocks down from the hotel. They usually do it in the same hotel every year. And so every morning, all of us, we get up, we get dressed, we grab our knitting bags, and we walk down to the kitchen table, and we have breakfast. And I'm talking slices of bread that are this thick. Everything is handmade by them on the site. Just incredible. Camp is an amazing experience. And I know it's going to end one day, and it is going to be a great loss for the knitting community when it does end. And I know it has to. It's been going on for, gosh, more than almost 40 years, I believe. It's been a while. So, and again, it's going to come to a close at some point, and what a loss that is going to be, but understandable. If you know the history of camp, I mean, again, it does have to end at some point. So that is 2 questions down. Another question, this is, let's do this again. I'm going to combine 2 questions. Rachel also asked, do you have any special items that have been passed down to you from your ancestors? And Harlem Pearls, who is Shantae, she asked, what kind of sewing machine do you have, and where's the pattern for that cute cover? And I think she means my little cover right there. So my special items are 2 sewing machines. We have jewelry and different things like that have been customarily passed down from child to child and grandchild to grandchild. But there are 2 sewing machines that were in Barbados. That is where I'm from. And my family is from. My mother was born there. She got married to my dad when she was 25 and moved here and saw snow for the first time. It's amazing. And these 2 sewing machines were sitting in an outside shed. One was in an outside shed behind our family house, So, well, not fully exposed to the elements, but no protection really. So if there were any leaks in the shed, I mean, this shed has been around since I was a child. And the other one was being stored by my aunt. My mother is one of 10 children. And the oldest child, Pam, she had the other machine under her bed at her house. Barbados is a very, very small island, and no matter where you are on the island, there is salt water in the air. So, and it's in the it's a Caribbean island. It's hot, it's humid, there's moisture everywhere, and these machines were just out there. No covers, no protection, just there. And I went there for a visit a few years ago, many years ago, because Kira was, gosh, only about a year old, 2 years old. The visit was before she was born, and I said, I want these two machines. And I said to my aunt, would you mind if I shipped these? Actually, I said, can I just have the machine? And she said, yes, absolutely. But now the question was how to get them here, because they're heavy, they're old, both of them are old singers. I'll put pictures of them in here. And I figured out how to ship them here, and I had them shipped from Barbados to a shipping yard somewhere behind Kennedy Airport. It was such a thing to get these things through customs, to get them into my possession, into my house, but I did it, and I have them, and one belonged to my great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, and it was originally owned by my great-grandfather, who was a merchant marine. And when I took the machine in to, there used to be a fabric store here in Scarsdale, and the gentleman there used to, the shop is closed, but he used to refurbish and clean and maintain machines, and I brought the machine into him, both of them, and to be cleaned up and see whether they could even be used. And when I went to pick them up, he said to me, has this machine ever been exposed to seawater? And I said, well, why do you ask? And he says, well, you see the erosion right here on, I think it was on the wheel or the handle on the wheel. He says, that's very, it's very reminiscent of being exposed to seawater and to the elements for long periods. And he said, not in storage, even if it were sitting out on a table at my aunt's house, the erosion would not have been the same. This particular machine was out at sea, is what he said. And sure enough, my great-grandfather used that machine out on the ship when he was merchant marining. And when he said it to me, I burst into tears, because I'm probably going to cry now. The machine just means a lot to me. I collect sewing machines. I have about 15 of them right now, but to have that one was amazing. And the other machine is equally special because my great aunt sewed my mother's wedding dress on that machine. Oh my gosh. And I wore a piece of my mother's dress. I didn't wear the whole thing, but we had cut a small piece of the lining and made a purse out of it. So I had that on my wedding day, and my sister had it on her wedding day. We were both the wrong size. We were both too big to wear my mother's wedding dress. She was 102 pounds when she got married, so this big. I even think my pinky's bigger than she was. So neither of us could fit into it. But we took a small piece from the lining underneath, and yeah, the dress was made on that machine. And I think a couple of my aunt's wedding dresses, my mother has 6 sisters, so there's 7 girls and 3 boys. So some of their wedding dresses were also made on those machines, on that machine. So those are my specially passed down items. I treasure them. They are downstairs with the rest of my machines, and I love them so very much. Yeah, I mean, you heard my voice. So yes, and this cover right here, I made that. I don't have a pattern for it. I will try to come up with one. I cannot promise you when. I don't have a pattern for it, but I sort of measured from here to here, and then measured from here to here. The width and the height, but the height obviously is different here to here than it is here to here. So I just had a really big piece. This is actually a yard. I had a yard of white fabric and did all the measuring, folded the fabric in half, did the measuring, and I measured up and over the sewing machine so I would get the measurements just right. I cut it, and I cut it very sparingly each time to be sure that I was getting exactly right. I quilted it. I made a quilt sandwich. I quilted it, just straight line quilting. I put the binding on and thought it looked a little bit plain, so I did some applique letters. I still haven't even finished sewing the letters on. Right now they're just stuck on with, I think it's Steam-A-Seam is the name of the adhesive that I used, but I still have to do all the stitching around the letters. So that is basically how that cover was made. And I make the covers for my machines. I don't buy them. So because I have a couple of covers on the ones downstairs as well. So that answers that question. That was 4 questions, and I've got several more. So I think I'm going to pause for now because this episode's going to be way too long. Yeah, let's pause. We're going to talk about the giveaway that I'm doing here, and then we'll wrap everything up. So here I am. And again, there are more questions to answer, but I'm going to save them. I won't put up another Q&A request on Instagram. I'll finish with the questions that I currently, another notice that my battery, I have a portable charger, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to finish up as quickly as I can before my battery dies. I'm going to finish up with the questions later, but I do want to talk about the giveaway. Thank you all again so much for subscribing and supporting this channel and my podcast for the past year. It has meant the world to me. And to say thank you, I'm going to be giving away a copy of this book. This is Alternate Stitch Dictionary, 200 Modern Knitting Motifs, and this is by Andrea Rangel. And the patterns in here are just beautiful. They are charted. They're mainly color work patterns. Let me see. Yeah, they're all, I believe they're all color work patterns in the book here. So I'm trying to hold this carefully. So there are some, they are all charted, and the book is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be giving away a copy of this book. I hope that you all are excited about that. And all you have to do here on the YouTube channel to qualify is answer a really simple question. I think I'm going to go with Rachel's question. Let me read it back to everybody in case they forgot. Do you have any special items that have been passed down to you from your ancestors? I would love to hear about that. So please leave that answer in your answer to that question in the comments section down below, and I will draw the name of the winner in the next podcast episode. And I'm hoping to record again next week, so you won't have long to wait. So please leave a comment down below, and we'll get this out to a lucky winner. So thank you all so very much for all of your support, all of your love, all the comments, all the feedback. It's been amazing. So thank you very, very much. And what else do I want to say to close? That's basically the end of the episode. Please keep knitting on your socks for both cals, the falling leaf sock cal and for the mini sock garland cal. Keep knitting away, keep putting your items, your finished pairs and singular socks in the FO threads. That's amazing. I'm hoping to be back again, like I said, next Friday. I'm going to record on Friday. I don't know if I'll get it edited and everything on that same day, but it'll definitely be up by Saturday or Sunday. And I'm also going to be doing a thank you / gratitude giveaway on Instagram. So go and have a look at that. I will hopefully put that up later today or tomorrow to say thank you for all of the followers that I have there and all of the love and support. So thank you so very much, everybody, for sticking with me for this episode. It's been wonderful. Thank you all very, very much, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye, everybody. You're all the best. Thank you.